screen and then we'll start the session. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
fine. Thank you so very much. So yesterday we discussed about the important role of IP address in this cyberspace. Now I am coming to a little bit of investigating a topic, something related to the email and its analysis. So there are two things in email analysis. One is email tracking and one is email tracing. So tracking is a different thing and tracing is a different thing. In couple of minutes we will discuss about this thing. So I hope my screen is visible in full mode to all of you.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Thank you. So now yesterday we were discuss about few things. So one thing was just remaining before I start that email investigation. I'm just wish to discuss that thing also. That is something known as MAC address. So what is MAC address? So the full form of MAC address is, the full form of MAC is Media Access Control. And address, we know that. So media access control address, day before yesterday we all discussed and then I informed you and discussed one case study of a threatening email received by the President of India on his official email account. So in that case study, as I informed you that how that the agencies reached out that culprit address and their with the help of their IP address and their internet regional registry server, and then reached to that particular cyber cafe from which that email was actually shared or sent to the President of India. So one thing I just that's why I just keep that not discuss at that day, because this is the time. So when they reached that cyber cafe, there were 5 PC available in that cyber cafe. So how come that the investigating officers and investigating team, special investigating team, came to know that that PC was used? So the MAC address was play a vital role in that tracing of that system. So yesterday I discussed with you people that dynamic IP address assignment and then static IP address assignment. So am I audible to all of you?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. And I hope my screen is also visible to all of you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yesterday I just discussed about that IP addresses assignment, whether it is a static. So in the static IP address, one can easily trace that culprit IP address, because we know that each machine is associated with one IP address. So we know that PC1 is related to IP address 1, PC2 is related to IP address 2 or 3, and so on. But in a dynamic IP address assignment, each time when machine boot or start or get the power supply, the new IP address will be assigned to the machines. Those are booting in first number and second and third and so on. Next time, maybe the first 10 machine will be not boot uh, at the time of power supply, and next day maybe another 10 machine will boot first. So the from first to 10 IP address assigned to those machines. So in the especially the static dynamic assignment of IP address, so this kind of network are known as dynamic networks. So this is the challenge for the law enforcement agency. If we could not get the actual date and time, so we will be not able to trace the actual machine through which that the crime was committed. Because suppose we mail to the Google or YouTube or any other uh, service provider, and they will give us that IP address of 192.168.1.1. But at that day, 1.1 was assigned to whom? Which machine? That is again a question. So to get rid of that or to eliminate this situation or this condition, we usually refer to the MAC address. MAC address is a media access control address. It is just like a IEMI number. See, we know that in our each mobile number, then IEMI number, that IMEI number is assigned to the each handset by this manufacturer. So through which one can even, because the two mobile model will be same, the color will be same, the configuration will be same, even the cover will be same, the data will be almost the same, but the IMI number will be different. So through the IMI number, usually the law enforcement agency just get access that the stolen mobile, and after the take the custody of this all stolen mobile, again give back to the actual owner on the basis of IMI number. So likewise in the mobile, IMI number is there. In the PC, this is in the mobile device, and MAC address is for the PCs or laptop. So if we wish to find out which machine is used for that particular IP address, maybe the IP address will be changed during the since that incidents happened a couple of days back. So the IP address was machine was at that time currently maybe different, but the IMI number or the MAC address will be same. So from where we get that MAC address in our system? Suppose if I wish to know that what is the MAC address of that laptop which I am using now. So what I need to do, I told you again, you have to press Windows plus R. That run command will be appear. You have to type here the short form of command prompt CMD and press enter or click the OK button. Now the command prompt will be appear. Here we have to again write one command, IP config space/all. So IP config means IP configuration. The full form of IP config is Internet Protocol Configuration. So when I enter on the command prompt IP config, so we have to type here IP config space/all. This would be the command we need to type. IP config space/all on the command prompt. Once we typed it and press enter, so the list of the various things will be appeared here. So here we will get the two things. One is the IP address of my system. So what would be the IP address of my system? Right now I am using the not the Ethernet, the local internet card I am not using. I am using the wireless card. So wireless LAN adapter, the Wi-Fi I am using. So here the physical address. This is the physical address. This physical address is known as the MAC address of PC. Is it visible to you, my screen, that command prompt?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you just find that physical address. The physical address is nothing but the MAC address. So there are two addresses in each PC. One is the logical address. Logical address means the IP address. That is the 192.168.1.1 or 137 or 10.10. Maybe a different series. This will be assigned by the people like administrator, system administrator, or EDP in charge, electronic data processing in charge, or maybe a system admin or network administrator. But the physical address is assigned by a company which manufactured that motherboard of that PC. So that is why the physical address will be not removed, will be not altered. It will remain same. That is why it is mentioning on your bill also. If it is not mentioning on your laptop desktop bill, naturally, if you just type the serial number of your laptop on the internet, you will get the MAC address or physical address of that. And on the basis of that MAC address, you can also find out that which company is responsible to manufacture that board. So suppose here I just copied from here, Control C, and paste here to see you people. So this is the MAC address 2 plus 2 plus 2, 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12. The 12-digit address is this is the MAC address of that PC on which I am working right now. So this is the MAC address. So this is MAC address. If one wish to know about this, that from which company it belongs to, so we can put it on the internet also. There is a website available, MAC lookup. We used to go to the internet here at Google and MAC lookup. If we type here MSC MAC, lookup. So MAC lookup vendor. When we click here, so it will ask us to paste our 12-digit MAC address. I just paste here, and it is showing me which company is that motherboard is belongs to, the Intel corporate. So through which one can easily get idea about that what is the chipset of your motherboard, means which company. If that motherboard will be designed and developed by the Asus, so it will be showing the Asus or maybe the other company or other manufacturer who just made this, but this is the Intel original motherboard. So once I paste here my MAC address and try to find out the MAC address vendor, that who actually developed that motherboard, so I'll get the all information about this. Actually, this MAC address is very helpful for the law enforcement agency. Meanwhile, that somebody is reported that his or her laptop was stolen by someone, and many a time that even the suppose the police recovered that laptop, but how come we means the law enforcement agency know that this laptop is actually belongs to you? So if there will be a two person who is claiming for the same laptop, so we used to ask first the actual bill of that laptop. Why so? Because once we get the bill, we can just access the vendor from which shop we purchase that, and through that serial number of that laptop or that desktop, vendor will easily get the MAC address of that uh, PC or laptop, and which is again similar, which will be matched with the PC recovered, laptop recovered by the police. So then police will make sure that okay, this laptop is actually belong to party A, not the party B. If there will be two parties just claiming that this laptop belongs to me and this is my laptop and is stolen by so and so date, and both are having that complaint report in the previous month or previous weeks, and that both were claiming that this is my laptop, this is my laptop. So naturally, when one person or one just stolen that laptop, they will destroy the data. They will just delete all the data available with the laptop, and sometime in some cases they just even create the new partition and then format the machine also. So on the basis of this MAC address, that one can easily get the idea about that. So now I'm again coming to the email. So why this MAC address is important? So now the question is that whether MAC address will be altered or manipulated. Yes, it is. It can be. So there are cases or there are ways through which one can even change the MAC address also. So somebody is just likewise that IMI number of mobile phone also. We means the police, the crime branch arrested many people who indulged themselves to just even alter the IMI number of mobile. So what will happen? The police will search this stolen mobile phones or handset through that IMI number. So IMEI number will be not matched with the one who is just stolen by someone. So suppose my IMI number is 101 101 101 101. The person just stolen my handset and go to any mobile shopkeeper or the people who are just repaired that mobile phones. So there are tools available through which IMI number can be altered. So with the hardly 500 or 300 or 600 rupees, they can change. This time they change my IMI number 102 102 102 instead of 101 101. So now the police will trace the mobile, try to trace the mobile through the IMI number of 101 101, but the culprit now change their mobile number to 102 102. So it will never ever be recovered by the law enforcement agency, because the police does not have any rocket science. Naturally, as and when you report that your mobile is stolen by someone or you lost your mobile handset, maybe in the park, maybe in the market area, maybe in the airport lobby, maybe in the any hotel, or maybe in the train or bus by traveling one place to another place through in between the journey. So usually law enforcement agency just try to get a actual bill copy from you, and why they are just forcing you to submit or that present that actual bill, because that bill is mentioning the IMI number of that handset, and with the help of that IMI number they mail to all the service provider, means to BSNL, to Airtel, to Reliance, to Idea, to Vodafone, that so and so IMI number is even activated if one of your SIM. So please inform us. But even the culprit just change that IMI number to 101 1012 102 102. It will be never ever traced by any of the intermediary, any of the telecom service provider. So that is why once your mobile phone will be stolen, there is less chance to recover. Why so? If the one who just uh, kept your mobile phone or just is not very pro or very professional, only just make that mobile phone switched off for 1 or 2 months, and then after that used to sell to someone, then there is a chance. Or if the police just make a crack of that whole gang, then the all the mobile will be recovered. But if somebody just stolen your mobile from here, from Indore, Madhya Pradesh, and send it to through by the local transportation to Nepal border or West Bengal or any other state, then there will be a difficulty to trace out the mobile phone. Because if mobile is stolen from here in Indore, Madhya Pradesh, so our law enforcement agency mail to the Airtel, BSNL, and the Reliance, for who is just providing service in MP Chhattisgarh, not the Reliance who is just providing service in Andhra or Kerala or Rameshwaram. So it will be difficult for. So that is why, likewise, the IMI number will be can be changed. MAC address also be changed by someone. So from where we can see the MAC address, another way is go to the internet services. One way to go to the run command, Windows plus R, then type ipconfig and see the physical address. That physical address is MAC address. In window view, we wish to know, go to the command control panel, network interface, then network sharing, then adapter setting, and suppose the Wi-Fi is there, go to the property or double click here to the connection and go to the details. Here also you will get the description of Intel original and then physical address here. So the same MAC address will be shown here also. So through which one can even get the idea. Now, if somebody wish to alter this, so if someone wish to alter that MAC address, there are tools available. There are hacking tools available. Some are paid versions, some are, even you go to the Google and type that MAC alteration. So there are MAC alteration tools. So these are the tools, and 10 MAC apps can't live without it. The 22 ways to customize your MAC address in 6 minutes. There are videos available. So one can easily get the idea about how you can alter the MAC address. But in normal course, a person is not usually change the MAC address. That's why it is the vital purpose. Another thing is that I told you here the network. So suppose in my computer there are three way to. So MAC address is not only generated for the PC. This is related to the NIC. What is the meaning of NIC? MAC address is direct related to the NIC. What do you mean by NIC? NIC is Network Interface Card. So for each NIC, there will be a different MAC address. We can get an idea about that. So we already typed here that run command. Okay, again, Windows plus R, go to the run command, press the CMD and type ipconfig all. So you may be surprised. One is Ethernet adapter, that is your local area network card. But my machine is not connected through the local area network card, it is with the Wi-Fi router. But there is a one connection available in my motherboard, then I can have an internet connection through one local area card. So this is one interface. So this is one NIC. So that NIC is also having one physical address here. And this physical address is different from the physical address I typed here. So this is related to this MAC address is related to Wi-Fi. So this is one NIC. This is related to the network card. Means cable connection. So it has a different physical address. So it has a different. So in my PC, there is a one physical address of Wi-Fi, one physical address of local area network card. Again. So there is a second LAN card available in my PC. So there is a different physical address, one physical address here also. So this is the physical address of local area card 2. This is one local area network. And this is the second local area network. In local area, we used to say LAN card, local area card. So this is local area network 1, this is local area network 2, and this is the Wi-Fi network. So in my PC, there are 3 different physical address available. So for each NIC, for each network interface card, we have a different physical address. So what will happen? How it will be work and why it is important? Suppose I am using the Wi-Fi router at my home, that is maybe the Airtel, maybe the Jio. In my case, it's Jio router. So my laptop is connected. So there is a one internet connection sharing through a router, that is my laptop. So one NIC, so one physical address for my laptop. My mobile is also connected with the Wi-Fi router. So one NIC is with my one physical address, and one physical address for my NIC local interface card for my mobile phone. So there is a one MAC address for my mobile phone. In my home, there are three more mobile are connected with the same router. So there will be a three different physical address for all three mobile, fourth number physical address for my laptop, and fifth physical address is for my smart TV. So there are actually five or physical address. So if somebody is using Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi of any place and sending an email to someone, so meanwhile you are sending to email to someone. So yesterday we have already discussed about your local machine IP address will be also going with the email. Your service provider IP address will be also going with your email. Your MAC address is also going with your email. So there are three or four IP address associated, and one is from one IP address of your router. So one is service provider route IP address, server IP address. One is my router IP address. One is my local machine IP address, and along with three IP, there are one MAC address of my PC. Which connection I am using? If I am using local area network, so there will be a this that OA0027000012 will be going. If I am using Wi-Fi network, so F8FE5E6ADD49 will be going. If I am using the second local area network, so F8FE5E6ADD4A, this physical address will be going. So it is possible in one PC there will be a multiple physical address, multiple MAC address according to the number of NICs. Number of NICs means network interface card. How many network, how many ways if a PC is connecting to a network. If my PC is capable of to connect in three ways, two with the local area network card and one with the Wi-Fi. So there will be three physical address. And if I am making my PC a personal hotspot, and through my laptop there will be more three mobile will be connected, and if they that from that mobile phone some crime will be committed, so there will be three different physical address my computer generate for those mobile phones. So if somebody is sending a threatening mail with that mobile phones, so the IP address of my service provider, IP address of my router, IP address of my PC, and IP address of that mobile phone along with the IMI number of that mobile phone will be going with the email. So it's a very crystal clear. If you are just connecting with the internet, so there are different squares you are just passing through. So on each square there is a one policeman, one log file, one log server is available, who is noting down who is going where and who is coming from where. So it's a vice versa. If you are receiving the mail, same case, the culprit who sended you the threatening mail will be traced out by the law enforcement agency, because again in your inbox if somebody is dropping an email, so there will be again all four detail will be there: IP address of that email ID, then service provider, then MAC address, all these things. Now we are coming. Am I audible to
Sir,
all of you?
yes, sir. I have doubts.
Yes, please ask.
Sir, we can change all these four addresses also.
Yes, there are ways.
Okay, so if we change four, all four, so can that person will be whoever done a cyber crime can be traced still
With the help of IP address,
with the help of IP address only?
because we can't change the service provider.
Okay,
So actually, if you are using internet, so you can change your handset. But how come you can change the service provider if you are having the Idea SIM or Airtel SIM or BSNL SIM? So your
right, right.
service provider will be same. So service provider have the log file available with them. They have the
Okay.
record that so and so person mailed to so and so.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now, what is an email? Now we are coming to a topic. Our topic was email analysis. Email analysis. That's why before the time going to email, that's why yesterday that part was remaining, that after the completion of your session, that I thought that I would cover this also. Otherwise, it will be not justify from my side that if I just left out something related to this IP address and MAC address. So now coming to the point that the email analysis. So what is an email? We know that an email can be the starting point of or key element in many of investigations. Email is the electronic equivalent, a letter or a memo to, it may be attachment or enclosures like the paper or postal mail. An email may present evidence in many types of investigations. How email works? The moment an email is sent, the message is routed from the server to server via simple mail transfer protocol. Now, again, I am talking about that the protocol came, that is something called SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. So we are using technology, but not aware of that. So I told you, meanwhile, we are accessing any website. So even we are not aware of that, and if we are accessing any website, automatically we are just shifted to the hypertext transfer protocol. Here in the top of the address bar is the initial HTTPS, hypertext transfer protocol, and S for secure socket layer. Likewise, if we are sending mail to someone, automatically we are shifted. See, I told you one organization, that is something called W3C, World Wide Web Consortium. They made the rules for going to internet. So they make some protocols. Protocols means a bunch of rules, and a bunch of rules are known as, one protocol is there, that is something called TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol. TCP is stand for transmission slash IP means or internet protocol. So TCP/IP is not a protocol. Let me clear one thing. It's a group of protocol, or we can say it is known as protocol suite. Protocol suite means a bunch of protocols. So it contains the various protocols. So if somebody, the TCP/IP protocol suite is collection of a communication protocols that forms a foundation of the internet and similar computer networks. It's necessary a framework for how data is transmitted between the devices, including how data is packaged and addressed, routed, and received. So if we go to the image, there will be a chart also for TCP/IP protocols. So in TCP/IP protocol, there are many more protocol available in TCP/IP. So I'm just making this a little bit big so you can get an idea about that. So there is a telnet, there is a file transfer protocol, FTP, under the TCP/IP protocol suites. There is a SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. There is DNS, domain name server, and that SNMP. So, and POP3 also, that UDP, user datagram protocol. So there are different protocols in the TCP/IP protocol suite, and SMTP is one of them. That is simple mail transfer protocol. So meanwhile, you are using or accessing the email, or you are just sending the email automatically. You may be not aware of that, but you are just shifted to the, instead of HTTP, you are just shifted to SMTP, simple mail transfer protocol. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir, getting.
Okay, fine. Now, so that word came SMTP. That is why I thought that it would be good to clear you here. So the simple mail transfer protocol, until it makes its way to from the client to the email recipient's email server, the SMTP needs a computer-friendly IP address to locate and deliver the message to the recipient. Now, how that protocols and then IP addresses are working, if you permits me, I wish to show you one video if it is there in my folder. Otherwise, tomorrow definitely I'll show you. I'm just trying to get, otherwise it will be in my, I'm just checking out whether it is available here or not. No, it is not there. So no issue. Tomorrow for sure I'll show you one video also. So the moment an email is sent, the message routed from the server to server via the simple mail transfer protocol until it makes its way to the from the client to the email recipient's email server. The SMTP needs a computer-friendly IP address to locate the deliver and message to the recipients. We can see it in how email works. So this is the, suppose one user Bob and this is one user Mary. Both are having that their system available there with them. So Bob's laptop send one server, it's go to the SMTP, the email server of Bob's ISP. So this is the internet service provider of the Bob's laptop, and this is the internet provider of Mary's PC. So what will happen, Bob's, when you send an email, first it goes to your service provider email server, not directly to the person you are. I told you it's a via going to you. Even though you are sitting next to me, or if I am sitting next to you and you are sending mail to me, it is going to via your internet service provider and coming to me through via my internet service provider mail server. So in both the side, there is a one copy available in my internet service provider server, what you have sent to me, and even I am just sending to you. There will be copy in your me and your internet service provider server. So even both the parties, you and me, just deleted. You deleted the send mail and I deleted the received mail. Even though if the law enforcement agency try to access and get the information from the both the service provider, you and mine, so they both will provide the log file on so and so date Bob's mail to Mary, and so date Mary sent email to Bob's and so content. So the same thing here, the Bob's email server first goes to, then it is go for the DNS and coming here again and go to the Mary's mail server, and here it is, you know, the SMTP is written, that is simple mail transfer protocol. Here something else is right, it is right POP3. That is another protocol, something called Post Office 3 protocol. Yesterday I have discussed that if you are opting and you are procuring the static IP address, or not the static, the private IP address. There is a public IP address, there is a private IP address, means the dedicated IP address, or we can say the leased line internet connection with a dedicated IP address. So you can even store your internet mail to your native computer. So I gave you example yesterday of Outlook Express, for which you have to request to your service provider. So the Outlook Express is using that protocol, something called Post Office 3 protocol. So POP is the full form of Post Office Protocol 3. So here that the mail is sent by the Bobs is stored here in the Mary's server. And even if Mary ISP is providing the facility to Mary for Post Office Protocol 3, means Mary can also store all the email on their local hard disk. through Outlook Express. Just click one click, received all, and all the mail is saved in the local computer. And as and when you will get, it will be good for the corporate, because there will be no compulsion to being online after receiving the mail. Because if usually the corporate and companies are receiving more than 200, 300 mails in a day, or at least 150 mails in a day. So with a one click, they receive all 150 mails, and as and when they get time, they will just open that mails, because it will be stored in their local computer. Then there will be no need to be online. As and when in their free time, they can open each mail or the selected mails and try to get reply of those mail who is commonly asked that some queries or some kind of uh, price listing or some kind of product detail. So with the one single click send to all, you can give the same all 150 recipients emails. So this is the use of that post office protocol 3. So it will save your time to being online, and there is no need, only just one receiving time and sending time you're supposed to be online. Otherwise, if you are making a composing a mail or drafting a mail, or maybe a follow-up letter, or maybe a quotation, or maybe something according to your business need and your organizational need, you can draft the mail and send it to the person. Now, the basic components of email, we know that the part of an email message is subject first. The subject is a description of the topic. Maybe I don't think so that I supposed to even read out, because everybody is now knowing this thing, that the subject, that sender, it is this is the sender's internet email address and date and time received on, reply to, recipient to, and recipient email address and attachment. These are the body of actually the basic body of the email when we receive or we send. Now there are investigation related point of view. There are 4 different things. One is the email header analysis. One is the email tracking. One is Gmail related investigation, and Yahoo or any other mail service providers related investigation. In the stipulated time of 1.5 hour already, because we have already completed 45 minutes. So we will only discuss that. The first, email header analysis. This is more important. That email tracking is something one wish to track that whether the email is read out or not. So there are tools available. You can Google it, or you can go to the YouTube, and there will be videos available. How you can track the email means you wish to only know that whether the person is opened my email or not. It is just like the blue tick in the WhatsApp message, that whether your message is read out or not. So this is something called email tracking. But I am talking about the email header analysis, means tracing the email from where it is coming from. So that is more important. And Gmail related investigation we will discuss for sure. But Yahoo, and it is the same, similar to the Yahoo and other mail related investigation. So once you will get the SOP of the email analysis investigation, so it will be applied for the various service provider, whether it is a Yahoo or indiatime.com or Hotmail, it will be the same. So the email header analysis, first we used to go. The email has the fast, what is the email related crime? So email has a fast emerged as the world's most powerful preferred form of the communication. Billions of email messages traverse in the globe daily. Like any other form of the communication, email is also misused by the criminal elements. These, the ease of the speed and relative anatomy of the email has made it powerful tool for criminals, because they can make a fake email address nowadays. So there are websites available through which you can even make the temporary emails, means that email is only remaining for the 2 or 3 years, and then after that email address will be disappear if somebody is just try to trace out. So especially this kind of phishing email, or this kind of cyber fraudster use this tool to make the email for only a temporary time of period of at least for few hours, and then once they will get the information from you, then automatically that link and then email address is disappeared. So there are sites available. You can even Google it. So some of the major email related crimes are email spoofing, sending and malicious codes through email, email bombing, sending threatening emails that I read or I already discussed this case, defamatory emails to dressing down someone to try to decrease the dignity of one, and email frauds may be a phishing email of related financial fraud or get the information of that account detail or the financial credential. Sometime they used to get your statistical or biological data, especially for the matrimonial sites to make people cheat. So, and email spoofing. Spoofing, what actually it means? So spoofing means in Hindi, we can understand that uh, there is some term called uh, दिखे कुछ और हो कुछ और, means pretend to be someone. Actually, you are not that person, but you are pretending to someone. That is email spoofing. So you can flash the fake email address, or if it is coming through a phone call, it is called call spoofing. Means you can flash the number of any celebrity or any public figure, maybe a social activist, maybe a politician, maybe a film star, maybe a business tycoon, and you calling from your own phone, but the other person will flashing the overseas number or any other international number. So there are some websites available. I can give you example for that. So there are website called crazycall.com, but it is my humble advice, please do not do that. It is only for that awareness purpose I am showing you. Otherwise, from the next morning you started calling the person. So the business email, that try the channel free. So no, this is not channel, that bluff my call, bluff my call. So there is a bluffmycall.com. So it is free. So you have to create an account first. Once you create your account, just change your caller ID. Means you can flash to any other person's phone number. Meanwhile, you are using and you are calling to someone. The phone is connected through your local phone, but other person may think that it is coming from UK, US, Europe, Spain, Japan, Mauritius, or any other country. Even you can do that thing that you can even flash the any celebrity's number if you know that number. Suppose if somebody is try to cheat, if we can go to the police headquarters or any state police websites, maybe Karnataka police or Lucknow police or uh, the UP police or that Bangalore police or Jammu police, and get the official phone number of their uh, police commissioners or the higher officials, and make a call from this website and flash their numbers, so one can get an idea about, okay, this call is coming, because once they will call back to that person, it will connect to the right person, because you have mentioned the right number and flashing the right number. So they may also think that, okay, it is an authentic one. Actually, the police commissioner of police called me and got that detail. So this kind of fraud is very often going on by this fraudster, because there are free app available and few paid app and paid versions is also available. This is the one of the example, that is why I gave you. And but I suggest you only for a educational purpose you can use. Otherwise, please do not use. And even I am also just showing you only for the educational purpose and make you people aware that there are this kind of app, or we can say that portals available through which one can easily make other person's fool, or we can say cheated. Now, So that is the email spoofing. Now, sending malicious code to through email means you intentionally sending some codes through which one can click on that codes and their system will be compromised. There are again tools available to make this fishy email, or we can say fishy link, and one can even click on that and then they will get all their information, what the information is available with their uh, handheld device, or uh, their mobile phone or their laptop or their tablets, if they are using some financial transaction. So this all financial credential will be also uh, taking over by the fraudster. Email bombing means it is the something called, say, fraudster wish that you yourself supposed to click on that malicious link. If one mail is coming to you, you will be not clicking. If two mail is coming, you will be not clicking. If suppose you are getting a one email from income tax department on the name of income tax department, you will be bypass it and you can avoid it, or we can say just ignored it. Second day, very next day, if it is coming, third day it is coming. Now in a day there will be 5 email or 10 email coming, mails coming or the same. This kind of attack is known as brute force attack. Brute force means they brutally force you to, because if you are getting this kind of mail, so that is why this kind of fraud is known as email bombing. Means somebody is just bombarding emails on your inbox. You are fed up with the deleting every day. One fine day you will be fed up and click on one of that email and click the persons what they wish to send you the link to click, and you will be fed up and then they force you to click on the link. This kind of attack is called brute force attack, especially for email bombing. It is there. So it is there. If somebody is asking that we are calling from that SBI or RBI, and so if you get one call, you can bypass it, you can ignore it, and you can avoid it. If every day it is coming that, so you may be thinking it is a standard procedure. That's why that RBI is making a phone call to me for make me inform or get a few basic details from me. So their intention is that they drafted that email or text in such a way that after 2-3 lines they used to say, if you wish to know about more details, please click on the link below. So their intention is to make you to drag you in that link, and once you clicked, all your financial credential will be compromised. So if one time it is coming, you can avoid. Twice a week it is coming, you can avoid. For 5 times a week it's coming, but if daily in 5 times or 10 times it is coming, one fine day you may be also thinking that it's a standard government procedure, that is why it is coming on and on and on, and you clicked by mistake, and the moment you clicked, all your credential will be compromised. Now there are two things I told you: email tracing and email tracking. Tracking, I told you. The tracing is what? It's a method to analyze and give an email for multiple purpose. Like you wish to know the source IP, from where it is coming from, on which date it is generated, the time zone, the intermediate means who is the intermediate, which server it is generated, and tracing is performed when the full header of an email available. Another thing is email tracking. I told you only track. Track means only the track record whether my message is read by someone or not. So the tracking was issued to monitor the email delivery details for the recipients. It is basically to get the information like the IP address, date, time, location, probably, and etc. and of the email which was opened at receiving end. And email tracking is useful when the email sender wants to know whether the email is actually delivered to the intended recipients. He or she has opened it. If opened, what is the extract date and time? and what is the IP address of the machine on which the mail was opened. Basically, it is used by the sometime the government or semi-government or the legal issues. Suppose the income tax department is sending you an email, or even the honorable court is nowadays that e-summons is used to issued by official email address of the corporate organizations. So that's why they sometimes try to track, we can say, make sure whether you open that email or not. So on the next hearing in the court, you can't deny that, sir, I could not get that message, any of the email or any of the SMS. So they have the track record that on so and so date, on so and so machine, on so and so IP address, that email was opened on so and so date and time. So that is for legal issues or legal matters. We used to track of record of the. Otherwise, in common email, we are not sometime interested. Once we send the email, maybe person may open as and when the comfortable time he or she will get. So our intention is not to track the email, but for the legal purpose, it's sometimes it's very important and vital, play a vital role, because this is also some one kind of digital evidence that that person already informed well in time. But still, especially that in the court, the summon Supreme Court and High Court, then they're supposed to even, because now the postal department is very slow. Sometimes summon is also issued by the authority. So it is used by the authority, and then tracking that whether the people are not making them fool or give an unauthentic excuses that he or she was not aware of that, or somebody else read out. So even that the machine date and time and IP address will be also mentioned. Now, the first kind of investigation, email header analysis. Email tracking, we know that, and Gmail investigation is starting with the email header analysis. So that's why I'm coming to that point. What is email headers? The headers, email headers are used to deliver a message over the internet and contain the record of the specific route taken by the email. Means हम ये बताना चाहते हैं कि ये जो ईमेल यहाँ से जनरेट हुआ तो किस रास्ते से गया, तो वो किस सर्वर पे गया, उसका सर्वर आईडी क्या था, उसका एक नंबर होता है, इस डेट एंड टाइम पे गया. नेचुरली आपको डिलीवर हुआ है तो जब लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट एजेंसी पूछेगी तो नेचुरली जीमेल से पूछेंगी. जीमेल का सर्वर है यूएस में, आपने इसको 6 तारीख को किया था, वहां 13 घंटे लेट है, तो वहां पर ये 7 तारीख को पहुंचेगा. तो उनके टाइम को अपने टाइम में 5.5 घंटे में, मतलब आईएसटी को आईएसटी में कन्वर्ट करना, वो भी हमको पता लगा कि वो वहां का एक्चुअल टाइम स्टैंडर्ड टाइम क्या था, इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड. So full header displays all the information related to the journey of the message from the sender's computer to the recipient's computer. मतलब आप और मैं दोनों ही पास में बैठे हैं और मैंने आपको मेल भेजा, तो ये पूरी जो मेरा ईमेल जिस रास्ते से होते हुए गया है और आपके एंड पे रिसीव हुआ, ये पूरी जर्नी किस किस ईमेल सर्वर पे उसका उस पे सर्वर की मैसेज आईडी है, वो पूरी डिटेल उसको हम बोलते हैं ईमेल हेडर या फुल हेडर. कैसे पता करते हैं? Naturally, the information from email header, the information needed from an email header to identify the senders can be broken into 3 blocks. Sender's email address, internet routing information, किस रास्ते से गया है, जिसमें सेंडर्स का आईपी भी आएगा, जिसने भेजा उसका आईपी, एंड ईमेल सर्वर इंफॉर्मेशन एंड द मैसेज आईडी. दो, जिस सर्वर पे जो मैसेज आप जो भी डालते हो वो एक पर्टिकुलर आईडी पे ऊपर सेव होता है, तो वो भी एक डिजिटल एविडेंस है, फुटप्रिंट है. तो आप, मैंने बताया ना कि आप अपने इनबॉक्स में से डिलीट कर सकते हो, मैं अपने सेंड आइटम में से डिलीट कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन यहाँ पर ईमेल सर्वर में जो मैसेज आईडी है, उस मैसेज आईडी पे वो पूरा कंटेंट पड़ा हुआ है, आपने क्या क्या लिखा था और क्या भेजा था. तो स्पेशली जब हम एंटी टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटी की बात करते हैं तो हम उसी को ट्रेस करने की कोशिश करते हैं, क्योंकि वो बड़े स्मार्टली काम करते हैं कि दोनों ही वंस दे गॉट रिसीव द मैसेज वो डिलीट कर देते हैं दोनों ही एंड पे, ताकि दोनों को ही, उनको उनकी कंट्री की एजेंसी नहीं पकड़ पाए, इनको इनकी कंट्री की एजेंसी ना पकड़ पाए. पकड़ पाए या ट्रेस कर पाए। लेकिन इफ द सस्पिशियस ईमेल इज देयर तो फुल हेडर एनालिसिस करके इन्वेस्टिगेशन एजेंसी इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल लेती है। किसके थ्रू? थ्रू इंटरमीडिएटरी। नेचुरली अगर जीमेल के थ्रू ये ट्रेवल हुआ है, दोनों ही जीमेल आईडी है, तो जीमेल के सर्वर, जीमेल विल बी द इंटरमीडिएटरी। तो जीमेल के सर्वर पे तो कॉपी पड़ी ही है। तो लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट एजेंसी को एक ईमेल लिखना है जीमेल को, और मेंशनिंग द किस केस के रिकॉर्ड में विद द विच एफआईआर नंबर ऑफ द विच एफआईआर नंबर, केस नंबर, और क्या डिटेल उनको चाहिए और कितना सेंसिटिव मैटर है, वो पूरा एक ब्रीफ ईमेल करके वो देते हैं, और उसके अकॉर्डिंग फिर इंफॉर्मेशन निकलती है। The information from email header, the one of the most important piece of the information for the investigator to obtain from the detailed header is the originating IP address। सबसे पहले तो कि कहाँ से ये ईमेल चालू हुआ था, उसका ओरिजिनल IP एड्रेस को पता करना। तो फाइंडिंग द फुल हेडर ऑफ द रिसीव्ड ईमेल, उसका वो कैसे करना रहता है? सबसे पहले तो हम जीमेल की बात करते हैं, तो स्टेप है उसकी, तो ईमेल को ट्रेस करने की। सो स्टेप फर्स्ट इज द व्यू द फुल हेडर। तो फॉर द जीमेल, अगर मैं जीमेल की बात करूं, क्योंकि हमने यहाँ पर देखा था हेडर की बात करी थी हमने जीमेल रिलेटेड इन्वेस्टिगेशन। तो कैसे होगा जीमेल रिलेटेड इन्वेस्टिगेशन? आपको अपना जीमेल एड्रेस लॉगिन करना है। मैं आपको यहाँ पर, इट्स बेटर दैट वी यूज द, ये मैंने जीमेल ओपन कर लिया सपोज। अब मुझे क्या करना है? सपोज कोई मेल आई है इनबॉक्स में, कोई भी मेल हो सकती है, किसी पर्सन की मेल में देख रहा हूँ, कोई ऑफिशियल मिल जाए मुझे, ठीक। जैसे सतीश धवल, धवेले की। अब मुझे इसका इसका करना है, तो मुझे क्या करना है? पहले तो इस पे क्लिक करना है ईमेल पे। दिस इज द स्टैंड, मैं आपको सिर्फ लाइव बता रहा हूँ सीधे, यू विल गेट एन आइडिया। तो पहले क्या करूंगा? मैं अपना ईमेल को खोलूंगा, और ये सस्पेक्टेड ईमेल है, मुझे इसके बारे में जानकारी चाहिए। यहाँ पर देयर विल बी 3 डॉट अवेलेबल हियर इन ईच ईमेल। जब आप ओपन करते हैं इसको, यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन 3 डॉट, और यहाँ पर लास्ट से 4th नंबर का ऑप्शन आएगा, शो ओरिजिनल। एम आई ऑडिबल टू ऑल ऑफ यू?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Audible.
Yes, sir. And I hope my screen is also visible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, sizes.
Hello. Is there any confusion?
Sir, font size बहुत छोटी है.
Okay. That I'll make the bigger one. तो ये हमने मेल खोली आपकी। Sorry. और यहाँ पर there will be 3 dots available here. This is the inbox and this is a 3 dot. When I click on 3 dot, there will be and this is the option available, that is something called show original. From last to 4th. When I click on show original, it will show me the original message. So this is something called the email header. This full screen is called email header. So to which server your message is delivered, this is the ID of that server, message ID. So if law enforcement agency wish to get the information about that user, so they will just send this message ID to Gmail, and even the date created on 4th of May, then from which recipient address to which Param Rawal subject, and this is the SPF, is the IP address of that email. So on the basis of the IP address, I'll get the information of the Gmail ID. On that ID is made on which date. Then again, who created means from where it was situated, which internet used, which IP address used meanwhile creating that IP, and on which date and which time it was created, day in or day out. So one can get the easily information, but this is not the actual IP. So nowadays Gmail is also making the anonymity of that user. So what Gmail used to do, Gmail used to mask the IP. Mask means this is not the actual IP address of the sender. This is the mask IP. But once the law enforcement agency give notice to Gmail that on so and so message ID, we need the information of so and so detail. So they will remove that mask and show the actual IP address of the person to law enforcement agency, not to any other one. So now again we are coming to the presentation. So this is the step. Log into Gmail, open the message box. Would you like to view the headers for? Click on the more option next to the reply at the top right of the message pane. Select the show original. The full header will be appear in a new window. This is the full header. Now you got the idea. And next thing, it look like this. You have to click on the show original, click on the three dots here, click on the show original. You will get the message ID, the finding the sender's email. So you will get the sender's email here. Likewise, I show you. So this is the sender's email. Then this is the IP address. While the finding the source IP address of an email via Gmail, received header does not reveal the source IP. Gmail makes the source IP with its own private IP. Means this is the private IP address of Gmail, that is the mask IP. So this term or this kind of situation is known as IP masking. IP masking means to maintain the anonymity of the users. What Gmail does, Gmail used to put a private IP of its own to not reveal the actual IP address of, to maintain the privacy of each Gmail user. So that is why this is not the IP address of actual source, the senders, but when the law enforcement agency used to mail to Gmail, they will give the actual IP also. This is the message ID, finding the message ID. I told you that this is the message ID, what kind of message someone says. On the mail server, whole message will be comprises with this ID. Once this ID will be traced, the whole message, what the sender sent to the receivers, will be traced out by the law enforcement agency. So this is the standard procedure. There are more detail in there, but due to some law restriction, I could not even give the idea to you that there are more ways and more detailing also. But this is a part of investigation, and this is none of related to any of the educational institute, because this is the law enforcement job of the law enforcement agency. So in the police training college and even then other law enforcement agency, I used to demonstrate a little more deeply, because it's a part and parcel of their syllabi, how to investigate the cyber crime or how to trace this kind of thing. But for you, this is more than enough to get an idea about that how the header is read and what are the different informations available as far as the header is concerned. So you will get an idea about that. I told you the find the ISP source. Once we get the IP address from the Gmail, suppose this is the actual, we can think that okay, this is the actual IP address provided by the Gmail to us. What we'll do to get that IP address and go to the this internet regional registry. Naturally, we are coming here in the Asia Pacific. When you go to here, we just put our IP address, what we were, and we will get the detail. I can give you the idea about that. So this is the who is lookup. Suppose I have the IP address. Suppose I have IP address, so we do not have the actual IP address, so we can put the actual IP address of gmail.com, google.com. So 8.8.8.8. Suppose this is given by to us to Google, and once we entered on this portal, so it provides me the all details. This IP location is related. What are the details it is showing to me of that IP which I have entered here? This IP location is belongs to United States. Then IP address, then reverse IP address. How many websites? 15,022 websites use this address. And these are the details of that IP address, something called IPDR, IP address detail record. And here there will be a local address available to the company local IP address. And this is the Google, this is the address of that company, city, Mountain View, state pro, postal code, country, and even when it is created. So registered date, when Google registered 2000, 30th March 2000, it was registered. If I'm getting, instead of that IP address, I got one website. Suppose we can take example of facebook.com. So it will give me the information of facebook.com. So when it created 29th March 1997, and when their website domain is expired 2034 till 2034. I told you there are three things which we need to do to develop a website. Once we have to create and design and develop a website, registered a domain name, again for 1 year, 3 year, or 5 year. I told you. So their domain name facebook.com is, when it expired, it is registered till 2034, 30th March 2034. And when they're updated, means renewed that domain name on 23rd of April 2025. So last month they have just updated for next again 2034 till then it will expire. And these are the name servers. These are the IP address of that website, facebook.com 157.240.3.35. This is the location, Washington. Then history. Again here there will be a local address available. So you can get an idea about that from to whom to contact to get the more and more detail related to that website. So again, coming to our presentation. So this is how one can get an idea about that an IP address. So I hope I just try to give you some demonstration that how you will get the information. And likewise, you can get any information related to any other website also. You can mention your, suppose sometime few organization coming and you wish to know that they are claiming they are in that particular business in last 1 decade. So if you know their website name, you just go to that whois.domaintools.com and put their website name. So it will show you on which year they registered their website. Suppose if they have just registered their website 3 years back, but they are claiming that they are the old player since 1 decade and they are the leader since 1 decade. So you will easily get that idea about that they are just claiming their claim is not the actual one. They are just spreading rumors or they are spreading the fake information on the portal. So accordingly, suppose here I can, suppose if I am having that website, so it will give me the detail. So Arnet India is the server through which they just registered their domain name. When created, 6th of March 2012 they created, and where their portal is again 2031, it will be expired. When they updated in 30th March 2022. So these are their name server. This is their IP address. IP address is hosted. What it means? This is the IP address of the server on which their website is located. Their website is situated, or their website is taking the space of that server. That is the server name. And it will get the more other detail related to them also. So accordingly, you can get the idea of any other information related to any other portal also. So I think I try my level best to give you idea about that, how that tracing of this kind of thing is happening, going on. So these words I would like to conclude. If you have any query questions, you can even still you can ask me.
Hello,
Yes.
hello, sir. What is a POP3 and those technologies that we see in emails, POP3 and IMAP?
See, these post office protocol 3 is basically it is used by the companies. I told you that the universities, organization, they are having their own mail server. What it means they wish to not be online meanwhile they are receiving or sending their email. So post office protocol 3 is giving you a facility that you can store that internet emails on your native computers with the one click of, once you configure that Outlook Express or any other mail like Hotmail. So you can store your email in your local computer, and as and when you will get time, you will read out this email and make a reply of that email. And with the one click, you can send to the all your stakeholders, all the vendors or all the clients or all the potential your associates or your business buddies or business colleagues. So that is the reason, or that is the need or use of that post office 3. As the name post office means, that you can once you receive the email, there no need to be online. You can disconnect the internet connection, because once you click the receive all, the all email are stored in your local hard disk, your PC. You can read out as and when, whether the internet connection will be there or not. And again, you need only to send this internet connection to send that email with the one push message, one click on send to all, and it will be sent it to all the recipients which you already make the group or something. Anyone else?
Sir, would you please display the last slide of this PPT just to take a snap? All
Okay.
the URLs are placed in.
Okay. Just a minute.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So I hope that I tried my level best to give you an idea.
Thank you so much, sir.
So with these words, I would like to conclude. Thank you so very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.